Hello everybody, boy with the beanie back here again with another Fade video on the Don't Sleep series. This one was actually sent to me from my last Fade video on cats from I'm not too sure if if the person is a subscriber. I don't know who they are, and the name is quite odd as well. Let me try to pronounce this. ILMARIPAJOLE 4352. So I'm gonna try to pronounce it Ilmari. Close enough. But this one is Don't Sleep on Ishtar. It's quite a quick video, and that's why this video is being uploaded late. I'm quite worn down. But let's get to the video regardless.
You know something? I woke up and chose to drop kick everybody, okay? The bar has been raised. Space Ishtar is literally the strongest servant in Fate. We're gonna kick it off with her first counterpart, Ashtar. All of these characters being from the servant verse. Right off the bat, from Calamity Jane, we know that she took down an entire barrage of laser beams with just one swing of her sword. She got stabbed straight through the back by Mune Nori and later shrugged off the damage with no problem. She can pull off at least lightning speed attacks, performing several slashes without you even seeing her draw her sword. Her moves come out in several variations, being able to shoot energy waves from her sword.
Okay, wait, I see she uses two swords. Who would win between a fight between Ashtar and oh god, I forget this guy's name. Musashi. I apologize if I look kinda lackluster. I just drained right now. I not too long wake up from But who would win between a fight between her and Musashi, because I see two of them is dual wield swords. Comment down below who you think going, because I'm not as versed in the Fate franchise as most fans.
From her fight with her counterpart, we know that she gets stronger the longer the battle goes on. She can casually shoot large-scale energy blasts from the palm of her hand. She is one of the only servants in Fate that specializes in wielding two katanas. She has the highest level of swordsmanship. Her birthday lines telling us that she knows at least 99 sword forms. She can identify coordinates anywhere in the universe and teleport via warping space. This is also later
that just makes me even more curious as to who would win between her and Musashi.
confirmed by one of her counterparts. Due to her authority as a goddess, she was able to create badges that turn anybody that wore it into a saber. And the craziest thing about all of that is that her powers were split in half due to being separated into a bad and a good side. For her second counterpart, we have Ishtar Rin. Jaguar Man tells us that just her training sessions was enough to bring multiple parts of the school to ruin. The standard for her was so high that 1,000 push-ups was considered part of a normal workout. With the buff that Billy
I tried 1,000 push-ups. That is my challenge on myself for this week. 1,000 push-ups on that 20 before I go to sleep. And I know how hard it is to do that, because even after yesterday I could only manage 600. I failed the 1,000, but by the end of the week I have to somehow get that. So yeah, I know how hard it is to get 1,000 push-ups in like 1 day, and for she to just do that as part of a normal workout is quite impressive. Apologies for the background noise.
He was getting from his saber badge and defeat him. Keep in mind that at the cost of some of his power, this badge was raising his speed to a ridiculous level. Her reactions are so fast that she was slicing Billy the Kid's bullets out of the air with just her sword. And in the servant verse, his phantasm comes out even faster than normal, this being at least lightning speed. She later confirmed this by the fact that she said she couldn't even see him load the weapon or shoot it, still was knocking them down. You had Billy even compliment her for taking some of those bullets head on and still managing to fight. He also tells us that due to being from the servant verse, it would take a shot to the heart or the head to completely take her down. You had MHX mention that she was an expert at driving her own spaceship, further proving that she has an uncredited skill.
Yeah. Sure.
writing. Not only is she a threat in the field, but she's intelligent too. Jaguar Man bringing up that she was valedictorian and she was student council president. She has a natural level of athleticism over majority of servants, saying that she used to play space tennis on a team. She herself has brought up the fact that she knew how far apart she was from everybody else from the time that she was a child. She is indeed the pseudo-servant Ashtar in the body of Ren, Ashtar being the equivalent to the spirit Ishtar, and since Ashtar is older, she's leagues above the Ishtar that you might have seen in Babylonia, and that Ishtar was already shooting the embodiment of planet Venus. In Faith specifically, she's a primordial goddess that's over 5 billion years old. By the way, that spaceship that I mentioned before, she single-handedly made that herself from scratch. It comes with cannons, it has a sensor that allows it to recognize if particles are manifesting nearby, and it has a 4D manipulator massage chair for the smoothest of rides.
I want the massage chair. The rest of it's fine. I just want the massage chair. That's like everything hurts. Shoulders, arms, back. Yeah, I need that massage chair. I'm a 3D person. Massage my spirit. If it's possible.
There's sensors that can identify and locate someone that's spewing hatred. It's also shown the ability to get readings on nearby servants. You had Ishtar point out that even when the ship is going slower than normal, it's still nearly going at light speed. So you can imagine how it is in its regular state. It has access to sleeping pods that can put you in different stages of sleep in a matter of 3 seconds. In this state, she has...
I want the sleeping pods as well. The massage chance, I need those.
Access to a pistol that can shoot lasers, track the target, and warp its shooting range. She also has a rifle that can shoot high-scale laser beams. Then you have her final form. This is when her bad side and her good side joins together along with the primordial goddess from before. This is her at her best, and unlike a lot of other servants that can't maintain their existence, she keeps her powers even when she comes to our Chaldea. Her boss form counterpart, her original, she also admitted that they're the same power and scale, which is bare minimum galaxy level. During their battle, her original counterpart even had a condition that negated anything lower than galaxy level. It's been stated multiple times that she too is conceptually the universe.
Okay, to be fair to have a power like that to see if you are less than my power, then I negate you. Damn.
Itself, Ashtar brought up the fact that you would need something planet level to even harm her, possibly even galaxy level depending on the situation. But don't even worry about the power, for God knows what reason she has access to her own Iron Man suit, where she will beat you up personally at close range. You had Calamity Jane mention that she shot the original a parsec away. To put that into perspective, a parsec is at least 3 light years. She shot her for 19 trillion miles. Are you starting to understand the introduction to this video? The original counterpart shows that her powers are so devastating that MHX Alter literally had to pull us into another dimension just to throw us back in time, because the first time that we fought her, she vaporized everything that was around her, which would have included us. And like I said before, the one that we have is stated to be on par with this one. Still unconvinced? How about our version saying that she hit the original with a bullet that's half the size of the universe? And this is how we took her down for the time being. Granted, our version did get backed up on.
How do you make that? And how do you load it inside a gun that's like this big? Magic.
On this shot with command spells. You have her weapon Anana, which comes with a countless amount of manipulations, one of which being able to fire a circle of lasers at once. She can turn this into an energy disc that boomerangs back after it hits the enemy. She can also turn this into armaments. We see her doing this by turning it into a double-edged spear that drops straight out the sky. She can keep the orb and just extend the blade a great distance and run it right into her targets. She can straight up transform the orb into a massive ball of energy. It can even burrow through the ground, leaving a wide-scale bomb attack. And now we're gonna
Pardon that sneeze, I just needed to get out some of that It's like every time I keep watching these videos, these serpents just get more and more crazy. And look how small they are. It's like the smaller they are, the stronger they are. I still think that I don't know what that thing is around her, that snake looking thing, but that looks cool.
Talk more so about the original. Her name alone holds so much weight that there was no need for it to be passed down. Munenori tells us that if she truly wanted to, she could very literally cut the entire universe clean in half. Tokiomi mentions that in just a little over 4 months, she can consume the entire universe as a whole. She was the head of the most powerful civilization in her verse, that being the goddess civilization. Just her existing is enough to threaten the laws that keep reality intact. Whoever manages to beat her is cursed to be immortal and float through space until she comes back. Only then will the curse be lifted. This caused members from the galactic team that beat her before to live for 2,000 years. Calamity Jane mentions that just her waking up is enough to rumble the whole universe. She also brings up the original could create black holes. Tokiomi tells us that it took 8 members from the galactic police force just to take her down the first time. This included Sigurd, Merlin, Hijikata, Calamity Jane, Red Hair, Hector, and Thenno. And then you had their master. Again, all of them being absurdly stronger than normal because of the verse. When it comes to the original,
Hold on.
this isn't even her true form. Her real form is actually a colossal shrine known as Bel Mana. What we saw before was just a shadow that fights in her place. Tokiomi also tells us that if you die in her territory, she can bring you back to life, and only she has the authority to do so. Using the last chunk of her power, our version was able to send the main character back to his own galaxy. And this was after the battle with her original counterpart. I know a lot of people walked into this video like, oh, that's cap. Keep on coping. Unless they're at least planetary level, don't even bring them into the conversation. Unless it's somebody like Solomon, Archetype Earth, God Juna, Super Karna, Morgan, it's a blowout. She can cut the whole universe in half. She's out here negating anything that's less than galaxy level. Dude's out here worried about shooting arrows. She's practically shooting Excaliburs out the palm of her hand. This is insane. I'm actually giving her broken. That's
That, yeah. I agree with that rank. I was wondering what rank you're gonna give her because EX does not do this justice. S-Class does not do this justice. That is... How do you beat that? Like fairly beat that? Unless you like go so far back in time that you managed to kill her before she be... No, you can't even do that. Jesus. This one was surprising to say the least. I knew Fate 7s were strong, but not this strong. But seeing as that's the end of the video, I know this was quite a short one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.